Peace, love, and prosperity. I'm Wanda. Reconnect us to God, to ourselves, back into the community. So, I want to show you what I'm doing now. So this is part of Reconnect Us. And this is what I believe. I believe that God He's given all of us a vision. He's given all of us a purpose. Whether or not we're walking in it, doesn't mean that He didn't give it to us. Most of us know our gifts. There may be times where someone said to you, "Oh my gosh, girl, you are so good at that." It could be listening to someone, encouraging someone, administration. It could be faith, how you believe in other people, and their call on their life. So I do believe that God gives us all gifts. The gifts that He gives us are not for us. It's not for us, but it's for building people up, which is building God's children up and building the kingdom of God up. So, my gift is, I don't know, no, just kidding. My gift is creativity. My gift is encouraging people, inspiring people, and it's actually a gift because some people just can't do that, and they're not good at it, or they can't do it because that's not their calling. So, I just wanted to say that because I want the two people that's watching to understand, to understand that God gave me a calling on my life way before I knew anything about really God or callings. And what a calling is that God has a design and a purpose for each one of His children. When we're young and innocent and ignorant and wet behind the ears, we really don't quite understand it, and we are everything that happens in our lives are steps that prepare us for our calling or prepare us for our work. So we're saying all that to say, God gave me a vision, which was reconnect us, and He gave me the analogy of an electric company. Excuse me, I'm frying chicken, so you know what, okay, I was going to pause it and go, yeah, I think I'm going to take you with me. Okay? So, I'm going to take you with me as I talk. I knocked over my okay. Anyway, I'm going to take you with me. God gave me a vision. And what He used was the electric company. And this is what He said to me. Wanda, my people are disconnected from me. And because they're disconnected from me, excuse me, I had so I'm frying some chicken tenders, and I don't know if any of you guys know this or not, right? But there's this seasoning, and it's this stuff right here, okay? And I really don't like hot. I don't like hot, but it has like this little kick to it, and so this is my chicken. Ooh, don't that look good? Don't that look good? Anyway, and it makes me cough. The spices in it makes me cough. So, long story short, I'm gonna try to give you the analogy that God gave me. Wanda, my people are disconnected from me. Power off. No strength. Walking in darkness. Can't really see their way because they don't have the light of the power source. And just like the electric company, you don't do what you're supposed to do, right? Lights out. Okay? And God said, but I'm the ultimate power source. So when my people are disconnected from me, there's no power, there's no light. So what I'm doing, Wanda, and my infinite greatness is I'm reconnecting them to the power source. so that they have light. They can walk clearly in their purpose. The purpose may be to come into the kitchen and fry some chicken. They can't do it in the dark. No, I'm just joking. But I'm just saying, like whatever it is that we're supposed to do, when we're disconnected from the power source, we have no light. We have no guidance. We can't see our way through. But just like the electric company, God is even better. He's way better than the electric company. Okay? So once we become disconnected from that power source, He sends His children out to reconnect them to Him. So that's what He said. He said, Wanda, I'm the ultimate power source. I'm the ultimate power source. And life comes along, and I know my children are disobedient, like they don't listen. Like human nature says, I'm going to do what I want to do. Right? And so, the God that we serve gives us free will. Like, I really like the fact of having free will, because that means that I'm not a puppet, and you know, sorry guys, I'm taking my chicken out so I won't burn it. I think about children, right? And when I think about children, I think about, like, some of our children, if you have children, or if you don't, you might just have a niece or nephew or something like that. But what happens with them is that you may tell them, don't touch that stove, it's hot. Paint on my face? Yeah. Don't touch that stove, it's hot. And they look at you and they challenge you and they say, I want to do it anyway. So they might wait till you leave, or they might do it right in your face. But they are so determined to do what they want, they go and touch the stove. So you try to protect them from danger, but they're going to do what they want to do, and they touch the stove, and then there's natural consequences. Their little asses get burned. Now, hopefully it's not a bad burn, but it's enough to teach them consequences when you don't make the right choice. That's free will. Okay? God said there's consequences with your bad choices. And I'm not going to stop you. There's times where I will intervene, and then there's times where I won't, because I know that these consequences are going to teach you far more than anything else is going to teach you. So there's times where He just allows me to walk out and crap. But let's go back to the power source. So this what I'm eating. What I like. If anybody don't know me, my favorite food was technically in the food. It's what ice. Okay. So reconnect us is what He gave me. And reconnect us, and I need to say it, because as I began to be obedient, like my thing was shoplifting. And shoplifting for me was an addiction. It was a full-blown addiction. And it started when my stepfather started to molest me. And I crawled on the floor and I stole his money. And that was so empowering for me. It gave me so much strength. So God knew I needed to understand where the door was, where the gate was, where I stepped into that thing, that bad habit, and couldn't get free. So reconnect us. He said, I'm the power source. My children have been disconnected. They've been disconnected from me because of life, because of bad choices, because of their own nature. Their own nature is rebellion. You know, you don't have to tell a child when they're little how to say no. You don't. If they don't want that bottle, they be like, they turn it, you know what I mean? They do all that stuff. But God said to me, I'm the power source. Just like the electric company, only better. Way better. So when you become when you don't do what you're supposed to do, I still love you because you're my child, Wanda, but you have been disconnected from me. And being disconnected means there's no power coming through you except your own. And that's not sufficient enough. So when you do what you're supposed to do and follow principles and guidelines that I lay out for you, because I know everything and I know what's good for you, then you become reconnected. So what he said is, my children need to be reconnected to the power source. So reconnect us is actually a prayer. And when he gave it to me, he said, reconnect us to him, number one and always, to God. Because we get lost and we get disconnected from God. Reconnect us to ourselves. Life, hurt, pain, disappointment, frustration, anger, jealousy, all those things causes us to be disconnected from ourselves. So we really don't know what we like, what we don't like, where our boundaries are, because life disconnects us from us. And I can say that as a parent. As a parent, I may have done half of what I was supposed to do, right? But I became disconnected from my children. I became disconnected from myself. I didn't know what I liked and what I didn't like. Okay? So reconnect us is their prayer. God, reconnect me to you, to me, and back into the community. So reconnect us into the community is very, very important, because I believe that life, once again, life in its journeys, hurts, disappointments, betrayal, denial, all that stuff causes us to become disconnected from people out on the street. Somebody might have been your good friend, and you really love this person, and you would have done anything for him. But they betrayed you. They betrayed you, and they hurt you. So, I'm talking about me now. So when they did that to me, I say this. I would rather be alone than to feel this kind of pain from somebody I thought loved me. Somebody I thought I can trust. I don't want to have no dealings with nobody out there. I'll stay in my house by myself, me and my cat, and we don't have to with nobody out in them damn streets, right? So we become disconnected to our community. We have neighbors around us we don't know. Somebody gets hurt and you be like, oh my God, who was that? She lived on that block? So we become disconnected from our community. So God said, I want my children, because I didn't create them to be alone. I didn't create them to be by themselves. I didn't create them to be separated from me. I didn't create them to be separated from them. He gave me life so I can have my life and enjoy it abundantly. But I couldn't because I was disconnected from all these things. God, myself, and the community. So when he gave me that, that's what reconnect us is. It's allowing God to use my voice, my hands, my feet, my eyebrows. Them joints is fierce too. I mean, I know some of y'all eyebrows is nicer than this, but when you talking about a sister who never had eyebrows and had to pencil them joints in, I ain't get my hair done either. Anyway, so that's what reconnect us is. It's reconnecting. It's reaching women to try to help them to understand that God is good. He's loving. He doesn't make mistakes, and he doesn't create garbage. And even the people out there that hurt us, there's some people who won't hurt you. There's some people that will rah and be on your side and walk with you and talk with you and not deceive you. There are some people out there. Because if you're a good person like that, there's other people out there too. So I wanted to give you that little lowdown on Reconnect Us, so you can understand why I'm so passionate about reconnecting us to God, to ourselves, and back into the community. Because that's the vision. And once we become one at a time reconnected to God, to ourselves, and back to the community, it's going to be a better place. I believe it. It's going to be a better place. Life isn't going to be easy, but it's going to be a better place. Peace, love, and prosperity. Till next time.